Howdy, 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 back at it again. This video going to be a little bit different, no tutorial, no match analysis, just my 2 cents on why meterless throw loops maybe don't really need to be in the game. So, I know everybody, whenever you say something like this, wants to go all Bobby Boucher and be all like, but Sajam said that without throw loops, people will just parry all the time, I don't believe that's true. I just think anecdotally already we have a character like Chun-Li who doesn't have a throw loop, and people don't just parry all the time in the corner against her. So let's break it down though. So first things first, yeah, there are setups where it's like, oh no, my meaty got perfect parried. But something like that doesn't get perfect parried. And the thing is, they'll both beat a wake up button. The reason for that, those moves are 3 frames apart in terms of startup, right? They still hit meaty, but they're 3 frames apart in startup, and the perfect parry window is only 2 frames. So if you hit them with something that hits on the 3rd frame of wake up instead of the 1st or 2nd frame of wake up, they have to change the parry timing. So the first reason parry wouldn't be overpowered without, I'm going to say, meterless throw loops, just because I think it'd be hard to remove throw loops that require drive rush, but the reason it wouldn't be too hard, or the reason that parry wouldn't be overpowered if we removed meterless throw loops, is there are still things that you can do to make them have to vary the parry timing, okay? Second thing has to do with the fact that you are locked in place for 29 frames, really 37, but 29 frames of recovery where you cannot input anything except for block. And even then you still have to block correctly, right? So normally, Marisa here would never be able to walk up and throw. She is much too far away. If she tries to dash up and throw, she gets counter hit because strikes and throws that meet on the same frame in this game, the strikes win, right, when that happens. However, if Chun-Li wakes up with parry and I don't choose to meaty, I can just walk up and throw it, okay? And that's a punish. Right, that's a punish. The other thing you can do is, as long as you time a DI to hit after those first 8 frames where the parry's active, they can't counter DI, right? So it's strong in that way too. Now this is more of a hard read, right? Rather than like that's more of a hard read than just something you'd want to do all the time. But the point being, there are things you can do to call it out. The next reason I would be much, I guess, more okay with meterless throws being on, if everybody had to drive rush, is that it turns delay tech into a very strong defensive option. Now, obviously, there are things you can still do, right? You can, like, you just sort of delay something by even more, right? If you want to, you can do a meaty that wouldn't beat mashing to try to really catch it. You can whatever, but you cannot really shimmy off of a drive rush here, right? You can't cancel it and walk back soon enough. So it simplifies that first defensive situation. Now, yeah, there's still things you can do where I could like do this, and I don't think I have that set on. I will turn it on right now. So you still have to worry about the shimmy maybe off of the normal. And it's like, well, what's the difference? It's like, well, the difference is that once I block that, depending on what you do, maybe I can drive reversal, right? Maybe I can DP. It makes, I mean, not that you couldn't DP on wake up, right? But there's more things to do rather than just guess on wake up immediately. You go, okay, now I blocked this. How do I want to handle this, right? Do I want to, can I get a drive reversal? Because something like this, drive reversal active, I can't block that, right? So it would remove certain characters' abilities to get throw loops really easily, which I think is good. And furthermore, the reason the game would be okay if meterless throw loop were removed is, yeah, it's going to make you play more neutral, okay? Like, why is that bad? Like, they're still in the corner. They still have to worry about me doing DI. They still have to worry about me doing drive rush in. They still have to worry about all these other things. They're still stuck here, right? You know, you have character-specific stuff. You still have to worry about plus approaches and getting poked and counter-poked. And they can't really space themselves out. Their only way out is to jump. They still have to worry about everything that they have to worry about in other games in the corner, plus this, right? So I guess I'm not really sure why that would be so terrible, even if, right, you don't get the same offensive pressure off of a throw in the corner, the game would still be fine, right? Anyway, I'm preaching. Hopefully that was helpful. As always, have a good time.